There was no time to react or move as the creature tore through the event horizon with enough force to push the sailboat beneath the surface of the water. Everyone was washed overboard and thrown into the cold waters of the North Atlantic. Riley swallowed a mouthful of salty water. She was dragged beneath the surface. But just as quickly as she went down, she sprang up again as her life vest did its job. Coughing and spewing salt water, she looked around in the tall waves, searching for the others. She could hear Alfie calling, but she couldn't see him. She thought she heard her aunt's voice, but it sounded several waves away. Riley couldn't be sure if it was Mary or just the ferocious wind. Panic struck as she called for her family. That monster was still in the water. Had it eaten them? What about that terrifying mermaid with the teeth? Was she still around? Were they about to eat her? The more she thought about it, the more terrified she became.
Dad? Daddy, where are you? Mary, are you out there?
Riley struggled to swim in the rough water, but the tall waves seemed to always be against her. The more she tried to swim, the harder they pushed back.
Dad? Dad, can you hear me?
Riley could no longer hear her father or Mary. She could hear Alfie calling, but even that was growing faint as the waves separated them.
Dad, please.
Spinning in the water, she searched for her family or the creature that had sunk the boat. She thought she saw shadows moving in the waves around her, but she couldn't be sure as the light had faded to near dark. This caused her to panic even more.
Dad, please, where are you?
With each moment, the waves rose higher and crashed over her. It took all her strength just to stay at the surface. Suddenly, something sharp stung her left leg, and she screamed.
Dad, help me, please!
Hush, child.
A soft voice called from behind her.
Do not fear. You are safe with us.
Who said that?
Hush now and sleep. Sleep. Sleep.
Riley spun in the water, and for a brief moment she saw the mermaid she'd seen earlier. The mermaid's eyes were black as night with no white whatsoever. There was no nose, just two slits where her nose should be. In the strange light, her skin was slate gray, and her hair was shaggy and long.
Who are you?
Riley managed before her eyes became too heavy to keep open.
Daddy?
She called out softly as she drifted off to sleep.